All right, we got some massive momentum today. Really feels like this volume and this momentum ramping up the past few days. CXAI, massive move, 400% from the open to the high of day, $9.73. We could potentially have some continuation on CXAI tomorrow, but man, like I had other things to do. I was not trading. I stopped trading in here. I stopped trading here. And I walked away, came back, and this thing was at $7, pushing 8, pushing 9. And my God, this thing just took off. This is so nice to see. But, you know, I'm getting a little FOMO. I'm getting a little FOMO here. We also had GFAI. GFAI was a pretty decent move pre-market off the lows of 28 up to 38. And then yesterday we had a really nice move from 15 to 34. So as you can see, momentum is really getting strong. So this is really good. We had OCEA as well yesterday from 5 to 7. We have INPX today, Power Hour. We had a nice rip from 30 cents up to $1. So lots of good moves. So this is really good for tomorrow. Definitely going to sit down tomorrow and I'm going to be cautious. I'm not going to get too aggressive. I'm not going to be chasing into the highs, but I'm going to make it a statement that I got to push some size. Like this is the type of market that I want to be sizing up into. This is the type of market that I want to look to establish a new baseline level of share size. So, you know, right now I'm still kind of in my comfort zone of like 350 share blocks. And now I'm pushing it up tomorrow. I'm going to be doing 500 share starters and up to 1,000 share 1,000 shares to 1,500 shares on my better A+ setup trades. So it's really going to be a point. Tomorrow is really going to be, or next few days, this streak of momentum is going to really be a pivot point for me to getting up into that next level and boosting my share size, boosting my baseline level of share size. And this is the perfect market to do it because my strategies works much better than in a slow market. So I want to be doing it in a market where my strategy performs best because it has a really good positive feedback loop of when I'm having successful trades on bigger share size. When I'm pushing my comfort zone, it boosts my confidence even more, and I can really solidify that new level of being comfortable, that new level of shares. Because really, it's all a mental game when you are sizing up. You don't want to wreck your confidence as you're sizing up, but you also don't want to never push your share size. And you also want to know when is the right time to push your share size. And this is the type of market that you want to be doing it in. So, you know, tomorrow I'm definitely going to be focused on pushing my share size. You know, whatever trade I'm going to take, just add another couple hundred shares, 200 or 300 shares on top. And so really ideally, like I don't want to be taking any trades less than 500 shares on a starter position unless the stock is like over $10. Then maybe I can bring it down to like 250 just because of the price of the stock. But you know, anything like what we had today on CXAI, I don't want any starter share size less than 500 shares. And I really want to be bumping it up to 1,000 share blocks or hitting that 500 button a couple times. But yeah, CXAI was the one. It was really strange too because we didn't have any solid catalysts in pre-market. So we did have a low float, but the catalyst seemed to be lacking. But we did see that amazing move. It was a little choppy here at the open, but this is where I was able to get green. By the way, I am green base hit green here, up to 82, 85. So, nothing to complain about. Nice base hit green. But again, the market was strong. The market was strong. I could have sat here all day and traded, but I did have other things to do. But with the momentum that I did have today, I think I did fairly well. And I do have bigger expectations for tomorrow. If there is a stock pre-market that is right in that perfect money, that perfect money spot of a low float, has a catalyst, and it has the price is between $1 and $10, then I have to take size. I have to take my 500 shares minimum. If it's not worth taking 500 shares, then the setup is not good enough. That's really kind of the attitude I have to take it for this market. So there's going to be some clean setups right around the corner tomorrow, the next, or Monday, Tuesday. There's going to be some clean setups coming. So I just got to wait for those clean, strong A+ setups and make sure that I take my size. I can't afford not to take size, because these are the moments that make up for that entire slow period that we've had in the past. So these really good market days can really make up for those slow periods. So you want to take advantage of it, and you want to try to push yourself as much as possible without completely wrecking your confidence or taking a huge loss. You always have to be cautious with that. It's sort of like a balance, but you also have to push your comfort zone. You can't never push your comfort zone. So that's something that if you have a successful strategy, a profitable strategy, that have to keep working on that. And that seems to be where I am at here. I have that profitable strategy. I'm consistently profitable, but I just have to keep pushing my mental barriers, my emotional barriers, and really push my comfort zone. I can't be afraid to take a loss. I can't be afraid to take a loss. It's going to happen, and you just adapt, and you make it back, and you recover, you build your confidence back, and you build back even stronger. So that's the sort of attitude that you got to have. But here we can showcase CXAI. So pretty much out of the gates, we ripped up to high a day. Right at the open, I like to take one share just to test the fills, make sure I'm not getting any sticky fills or sticky orders. So market opens and we rip up to high a day. I bought and sold into the high a day here. Now I'm waiting for the next entry. Taking a couple scalps in here, but I'm really waiting for a dip entry. So they're at 82 out of 80, so that's a small loss. There again, I took another entry, but it was still a little bit extended, especially at the open. You get a little more volatility, so I was waiting for a lower entry. And here was 84 out of 86 on that second candle. Again, I was looking for a bigger dip. We seemed to be a little bit extended here, so I wanted to wait for a better entry. There we go. We got that dip. We never really broke that previous low of that previous candle that I was looking for, but we seemed to hold pretty well. So I got in at 279. Again, only 250 shares. This is where I got to be doing 500 shares minimum. 500 shares minimum. And be adding into winners. So ideally, you'd have a position up to 1,000 or 1,500 shares, or even 2,000 shares on an A+ setup. And that kind of like spooked me a little bit. So we had that wick up to 3. Price never even went up there. But here now, I'm waiting for a pullback. I want to see a panic dip buy. But now we're just kind of curling back up to the highs. So I'm thinking we can potentially get this break at 3 here now. If we're holding this area, we're like failing to break down. So I'm in 750. So 750 shares. Now I'm back up to 500 share block. So that's good. So I'm taking that 500 share block, but it was only short-lived. It was short-lived. 500 share, taking it off for a 1 cent gain, getting back in for the break at 3, adding again 1,000 shares. Nice, really great trade. Really, really great trade. So 1,000 shares. It was a nice $50 trade there. Now we got that panic dip. Want to be in right here. I want to be in right there. Perfect. And it would have been a perfect entry down at the 70s. That would have been that was the panic dip buy I was waiting for. I didn't take it. I don't know why, but I didn't take it. Now we're back up to the 80s, and that would have been a really, really good trade. So really strong, reclaiming back to the highs. Whenever you see that, it's a really good sign for momentum and another breakout. So here I take another trade, but my size, I significantly decreased my size. I'm not sure why. Something must have spooked me or something, but I significantly decreased my size, which is not good. Here again, another great trade under 310. So we had those two false breakouts, and we're finally now closing near the highs here. So this is a good sign to squeeze out anyone who's accumulating short in this area. So you want to be in risking the low of about $3 or $2.99 and trying to catch that breakout of 310. But I'm a little bit way too conservative here, way too conservative trading here. I think just the amount of wicks has spooked me, but I really should have kept with my share size. There was a really, really nice trade, another 6-cent trade, on 500 shares. That's another $30. An easy, nice $30 there. And here we have a little bit of a front side. Had another nice trade there from 34 to 37. Kind of riding that front side. We do have a false breakout there. Okay, so that was an interesting trade here. So this is a panic dip buy on a false breakout. I like to do these when the markets are really strong, catching the bottom of the false breakout. So we get that false breakout and we flash down. Once I see like a flash, like a gap, like a straight up just 10-cent flash down, I try to catch the dip. Which is usually a really good entry. So I filled twice at 18, out at in again at 19, out at 20.05, and out at 22. I could have held a little longer. I got a couple more cents there, but I'll take those quick profits. Again, small size, and that was pretty much it for me. That was pretty much it. Lucy had a little bit of a move there, but I tried to go for some continuation. Didn't really give me much, and that was pretty much it. I did really well. I did really well with what I was given here at the open with CXAI. I should have not downsized back down to 100 shares. For some reason, I did that. I got a little spooked. I really got to hang in there until like 10 o'clock. Got to hang in till like 10 o'clock, and with that share size, because that's the golden hour for me for my strategy. So I don't want to be sizing down in that time if the market isn't showing recent momentum. So I want to keep that there. I got to really remind myself in the moment, like just not to back down. If I'm up green, if I'm up $100, I still should keep my current share size, even though I could give back a decent chunk off the top. But for share size for 500 share blocks, $100 on the day is only small green, actually. You really to give back 10 cents on the 500 shares would be $50. So it's really actually not that much to give back. But if obviously if you're trading only 100 shares, giving back $50, that's 50 cents a share. So that's obviously a really big percent to take back. But so it's always good to keep in mind, as you're sizing up, relatively your losses are going to get bigger, but that doesn't mean that you're replacing a bad trade. It's just you just take a small scratch. That could be a $50 loss just because you're on bigger share size, and that's okay. That's why it's good to look at it in terms of cents per share or percent, because a 1% loss on 100 shares is nothing, or it's $1, and a 1% loss on 10,000 shares is $100. So it is really all relative. So I got to keep that in mind. But really, I gotta make sure that I'm sticking with pushing my share size for or keeping my share size, my new level of share size from 9:30 all the way to 10 a.m. or even till 10:30. But I really want to kind of zone it into between 9:30 and 10 for now, because that's really like the golden spot for me. So I want to keep it there. And then once I start to adapt a little more, I can kind of spread it, expand it a little bit. But definitely gotta keep focused on pushing my comfort zone. I'm definitely gonna write that down and read this before I start the trading day, because it's worth it. Nothing is gonna change unless you go for it, unless you go for the risk. So whatever. If I'm $100 on the day and I give back to zero, that's okay. That's okay. I'm willing to live with that, because I'm shooting for something so much bigger. I'm shooting for the $500 consistent $500 day, or the consistent $700 day, or the $1,000 day. I'm shooting for so much bigger than just a small green on the day. So it's okay to give that back in a hot market. It's okay to risk that to get big green in a hot market. So once I'm base hit green on the day, I can't size down and try to protect my small gains or my profits, because I'm sacrificing so much with potential profits. But that's also something to keep in mind in a hot market. In a cold market, once I get small green, usually I'm trying to size down, protect my profits, because it's rare to be green on a slow market. So, but now that the market shifted, I gotta kind of reframe that and readapt to that market. I can't size down when I'm only small green to protect those small gains. It's just not worth it. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Market sentiment definitely hot. So we'll see tomorrow what we have. We'll see tomorrow what we have. I'll be ready to step on the gas pedal when the setup is there. I'm definitely not going to be chasing into the high, not going to be getting FOMO. Got to remain calm, collected, and trade like a sniper. Be patient. Usually, sometimes I'll get way too antsy when I know I'm sizing up, because I know it could be a big day, so I start chasing moves, and that's where I can get some really nasty drops. But just gotta remain centered, calm, collected, and be patient. I mean, that setup is gonna come. So just gotta wait for it. So that's it for me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I mean, I got the small green on the day, $82. If you guys are still watching, please hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I've been more active in the Discord, so trying to get this Triad Trading Lounge Discord popping again. Currently, it's just me just talking to myself recently. I guess everyone just left, but yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm active in this. So if any of you guys want to join the Discord link will be in the description. But yeah, I'll be active in this between 7 a.m. and 10:30 every single day that the market's open. So I trade every day. So yeah, I'll be active every day between 7 a.m. and 10:30 Eastern time in the Triad Lounge Discord. I'd love to see you there, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Good luck. Hope you guys were green. And if not, tomorrow will be a better day, I promise. All right, peace.